Hey,
Are you on mute?
we can't hear y'all, but can you hear us?
Ta-da.
Look at the background, babe.
Oh, that's cool. Let me get
You hear us now? Hello, hello.
There you are.
Oh, cool. Okay. Hi,
Houdini. Our dog says hi.
What's your dog's name again?
Houdini.
Houdini. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. My goodness. How's the week been?
It's good. We're both pretty tired this weekend.
Yeah, the season change is one thing, but you guys got a lot going on.
Yeah, this weekend's been interesting. Lots been going on, but it's been good. We're just chilling.
That's awesome.
Tyler.
Are you doing a lot of group work throughout the week?
What is it?
Are you doing a lot of group breath work throughout the week, or how's it?
No, because I'm still teaching full time. So I teach 7 to 4, and then I do that group breathwork session for Nick Bros Collective once a week, or every other. I don't even know. whenever they
You
have
do
me.
that multiple times a month?
Yes.
Cool.
What's up, guys?
Hey,
I love the background.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You're like just like leaning. And nothing.
It's really bright out here. It's
Nice.
like a festival backdrop or something, you know, like there'll be like a merch thing or.
Yeah, thanks for meeting with us today.
Of course, man. What's been on your
Crazy week. But good, all good things. That's good.
There we go. I think I just need to turn up the mic. How you been, and what's been on your mind?
My other job, my company just got bought out, and I'm kind of the lead role, so that was going to be a little interesting. But
Wow.
so far, so this was the first week I was a employee of the new company. I'm general manager of our branch, so the majority of the company is in Chicago, Illinois, and they're called Research Products International, and they bought us out, but we're still operating as AG Scientific. And so we're in like a transitional period, but it's super exciting. My other boss, we went out to dinner with them like on Thursday, which was pretty cool, and it was got all emotional because I've been working there for like 5 years, and he had some cancer pop up again, and he had to go through treatments, which is kind of like what got him out of the game. But while he was gone, we did like 2 million in sales, so he was like, "Whoa!" And then that's kind of why we are where we are now. So I've just been thinking a lot about just because it's zapping my energy right now, just because it's 5:30 I wake up, and then I get home around 5:30 too, and then Monday through Friday, and then I manage the whole team. So it can be stressful, but for the most part, it's awesome. I got a great team, so I actually look forward to working as opposed to not. It's not super stressful, but I mean, that's kind of what's been. So it's been a lot this week, especially as compared to normal. But
Totally, man. Wow.
It's amazing you guys are both able to create the amount of content, just any content at all, while working full time.
For real.
yeah, I struggled this week, but still, it's something that now that I have the setup, and now that we're home a lot too, and we like our house and it's quieter, I guess we have more time to just bust out and do a podcast real quick.
I know. I wanted to do one today, but I couldn't. I did do a third one, and it's in the folder.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, just one step at a time, you know. You don't have to. It's just whatever happens in that day, you know, and we can find ways of making bits out of each thing that you do to like repurpose kind of thing, you know. That's awesome.
Well, I guess I did do magic for people in real life for the first time in a really long time, so that was cool because we went out to like dinner and we're like eating outdoors, And I did like a cigarette trick that I haven't done forever. I didn't have any other things on me. And my coworker smokes. I was like, let me borrow a cigarette. I could do something, and I didn't fuck it up, which was great. But
Nice.
the consequences of the routine I try is I end up putting a cigarette out in my mouth if I fuck it up. So that didn't happen. So that's good. It
I've
means
seen
I
you do
pulled it
that.
off.
Those pretty severe consequences.
Yeah.
Can be. Can be. So that actually was fun, and it's weird. Just I mean, everything. I don't know what they're doing over where you guys are at in Idaho, but is it Idaho, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are they opening up everything?
Is everything open?
It's been open actually. Yeah.
Oh,
How is it? How is it
well, they're
being open?
They're more rural and there's a lot less.
There hasn't been enough cases within the city like that they've had to shut things down in the ways that other states have. And then when they do, the like type of culture that's been created here is more like it's weird. It's like people if you do wear a mask, people are looking at you the same way like that there's mask shaming, you know. There's like the people who aren't wearing masks. There's the ones who are wearing masks are like mask shaming the ones who aren't. It's like the opposite here. It's like people who are wearing masks are getting mask shamed for wearing masks. They're like, oh, they must be tourists because like
Oh,
they're
that's funny.
not from here. Like, yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah.
it's really really goofy for sure. Either way, we do a lot of our work from inside. So like we haven't played a show in like I think 2 months or maybe a month and a half or I don't know, but we have a show this weekend. You know, it's a live show. There's no limits of how many people can be in the building. There's no mask as a mandatory thing. It's like suggested at the front door, and then the workers wear masks. But yeah, like as a you know a night out and stuff, you don't have to like walk up to the table with your mask and then you can take it off. It's like just not. It's it's a different culture out here. You guys are welcome to visit too. We're gonna stay at least one more summer because the summer here is so amazing. And
Right.
there's a lot of Airbnbs on the lake. So if you guys wanted to come do like a weekend out here,
There's this amazing spa. Well, there's probably a lot of amazing spas, but
oh the
we
spa,
discovered this wild place on top of a hill.
totally hidden gem. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Not there. We should go to regular Washington. Actually,
There's a resort out here too. You might even be able to get like a gig as a magician doing the entertainment. But
oh, there's a resort. What city is it in, or what?
it's called Coeur d'Alene.
Oh, in Coeur d'Alene. Okay.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of gigs out here for sure, but I think that the one that would be worth it would probably be either the casino or the resort, one of those two, because they'll probably pay enough for you to like get a spot for the weekend and do the thing.
Dream right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. I wonder because resorts have been suffering all over the world too. So that's like the one thing is like right when I was thinking about specializing in literally just resort magic, we talked about this on our honeymoon, and we were like, this would be so cool because then you can just fly out here and stay for 10 days, do magic, make money, like enjoy the area wherever you are, and then enhance the atmosphere, and then come home, and then Corona hits too, and it just kind of zaps any extra funds they had to throw towards something like that. But that's not good though. Now stuff is opening up, they're gonna need something to stand out to bring them in. You know?
Yeah,
Definitely.
and they have been needing people here. So that's the thing is like, I think like, Texas is open. This place is open. There's a bunch of different other cities like inside Idaho that, and then there's things that are starting to open up in different parts of California too, and so there is definitely hope, for things to be organized, but hey, I just wanted to check up on you guys first, but I would love to like set like a goal here. I would love to get like Sky's website going. I think we need just to like.
We just need to transfer the name server, so that's just
because it's
getting
working
into GoDaddy. But I set up like the framework for the transfer, basically. So
Cool.
Do I just need to get my GoDaddy information?
yeah.
Okay.
And then for you, Carol, I was thinking it'd be really cool to put together a testimonial commercial, because I've been making commercials on Canva, um, just through the framework that they give, and it's a lot of fun. And I can see if I can put some music together that fits your testimonials, that just fits nicely in the background and stuff. And yeah, so maybe if you, I think, do you already have your testimonials on your Google Drive?
I don't know how to pull them off my Instagram.
Oh, okay. I think I can do
Yeah,
that.
we can do that.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that from right here.
And then I think I have
Oh, okay.
that someone emailed me, but the most of them are on there.
Yeah, I forget what the app is called that I downloaded, but it records my screen. So I think I can just go,
Oh, cool.
we live in Eden on here. Oh, wow. Instagram looks so fresh right now.
I follow the same pattern and just change it up and continue that.
Cool. I'm not seeing the testimonials on there. If you want to.
There, you see where it says testimonials?
Oh, I see. Okay, boom. Cool. Let's record that.
Yeah.
Let it play through. All right. Yeah, and I'll work on that tonight. That'll be fun for me. And we found this awesome new market. I'd love to. I don't know if you have you heard about the NFT world yet, and like non-fungible tokens and stuff.
Non-fungible tokens.
Yeah, it's like a IP address for your artwork. So then you can like uh, make it a physical on, like, it's a new market. It's really, I'm learning about it. I'm just opening up conversation, because I think it's probably really important for all of us to start to understand this new idea. But yeah, NFTs are. I just minted something. I can send you something that I just minted, and
Interesting.
yeah, it's backed by cryptocurrency, and you can put your artwork to back cryptocurrency. So as your brand grows, the value grows, and also as the cryptocurrency grows, your art gains in value.
Huh.
Yeah, it's really, really interesting stuff. So I just wanted to.
It's basically a new technology that allows you to encrypt files with the blockchain technology. So it basically creates scarcity with digital art for the first time ever. And
Interesting.
we've been trying to understand it this whole last week, really.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's something that probably end up changing the art world and just the world in general.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. I'll put it in this chat here. See. So yeah, I just wanted to bring it up because it's definitely huge in the art world, and we're kind of like doing the research and development on that side, and like filtering that info and giving it to you. But what else has been on your mind, Carol? How have you been feeling, and what do you feel like your next step is with We Live in Eden?
I recorded another podcast. I'm continuing to just speak at the things that call me and respond to people. I'm working with Vanessa Halleck right now on a program that I had a lot of insight this week on, like, a not like a membership, but a program that I could do. and it like fell in my head like really cleanly
Cool.
and very like it was just a download. Um, I just yeah, I'm excited about the possibilities of it.
Awesome.
Um, so I'm gonna work on finessing that, and then I am continuing to read with people, continuing to. I mean, there's a lot of the loaded question because like everything that I talk about is like can lead to another path, to another path, to another
Oh,
path.
yeah. Yeah, well, just off what you were just talking about there is like a program I saw that was working well in the market was like a 9-week program, like a one-time payment for this 9-week program kind of thing. And yeah, so is that kind of what you're thinking, or how long of a program?
Yes, so it's 15 weeks, an opening week that had some breath work, 13 weeks of dismantling white supremacist characteristics.
Awesome.
So either or thinking, perfectionism, objectivity, and like breaking down how those things function and get perpetuated in the culture. So like decolonizing and why did I turn off the light? And then well, oh, you just texted me like a bunch of times?
No, check your email.
It's um and well, okay. Yeah. And then a closing week, a closing circling.
That last one.
And
Close, closing circling, you said?
yeah, like I'm gonna come up with I'm gonna think about it a little bit more, but I know like what the sessions would be. And it was really interesting because as this was landing in my head, Dr. Rosales Mesa released her like decolonial healing collective, which is like, and I was like, oh, that's so interesting. That's like like it's got the same roots as like something that I would do.
Cool, okay.
Um, and she works with mujer medicine a lot, who's a shamanic healer, and the two of them do a lot of decolonizing and remembering work. And I've been to a couple of their work. I've been to their workshops, and they're very powerful. I almost joined the healing collective. I'm like in like so many programs right now that I was like, I'm also 8 months pregnant, so I just need to slow it down just a little bit.
Yeah. That's the main question with the how are you feeling? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely pregnant.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's actually like I know it's you can't. Here, I'll show you. Skylar took this picture of me and Josh. Oh,
Oh,
nice picture.
yes. Go for it. Sorry about that.
Skylar took this picture of me last week when we were in Joshua Tree.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
That's amazing.
And
Wow.
so like he took these pictures of me that were let's see. I put them in here. This is one of my women's circles. That we stayed out in this really cool we stayed in this teepee in Joshua Tree.
Cool. Whoa. The headdress is so rad.
It's made out of zip ties that are spray painted gold.
What? You guys
Yeah.
are the coolest people that I know.
And so we haven't told social media world that we're having a baby because we're thinking about doing like a magic trick.
Oh.
It's like I can teach class and no one knows I'm pregnant. I can like exist in this world without people.
Hilarious. No one knows you're pregnant, and then you just all of a sudden have a baby.
Like so our plan is to like when we have the baby, post our pregnancy announcement, and then 10 hours later post maternity picture, and then 10 hours later post a picture of us with the baby, like the fastest Facebook pregnancy ever.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Maybe it should be shorter than 10 hours. Maybe it should be like 5 hours, like
No.
in between each thing.
That's
But
great. Oh my gosh.
I love that.
And I wonder, isn't there face generators that like predict what they'll look like when they're older too? So you could just put these photos of like, Photoshop the kid growing up already, like each week, like
oh, that would be so
10 years
funny.
older, 10 years older. I don't know. Anyways, that's awesome. You guys, that's a great idea. Jeez.
There was this like other TikTok. We I can't find it just by googling it, but we saw like a TikTok where it was like the the, the mom and the dad, and like she's just like holding her belly, and then the camera panned down, and then it panned up, and then it was she was holding the baby. It was like he dropped the phone, and then it was like a cool magic trick. So we're thinking about that too. So we'll see what we do. I'm sure whatever we do is going to be funny at the end.
Awesome.
Completely took out.
Yeah. The only year we could get away with that. Like, there's no other time.
Yeah, that's such a wild time that we live in. Are
Yeah.
you,
So,
are you thinking about the open mic over at Partake?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't been playing music as much as I have been writing poetry and
Cool.
doing breath work um, and talking about things. I mean, this is the next thing I was gonna make a podcast about this today, but um, like so Malcolm X said, "Who taught you to hate yourself?" And I've been reflecting on that a lot because I had this experience earlier this week, like Friday actually. What is it? Saturday? Yesterday, I had this experience where like I emailed out some people, and then I didn't hear back right away. And it's like a group of people I usually hear back from pretty quickly. And I just noticed like my imagination go to why are they not responding to me? Like, have I done something wrong? Like, there are like all of those things. And like being really conscious of my breath and like being really present, I was like, huh, that's interesting. That's not actually, that is like simply my imagination. There's like actually no evidence for like anything that I'm feeling there. And then so it brought me back to the Malcolm X, like who taught you to be so violent with yourself? Like when our imaginations are so powerful to do and imagine all these things, why does silence bring us to being cruel to ourselves? Like why do we imagine worst case scenarios when we have unanswered emails or unanswered texts, or when someone says something and like we start to write all of these stories like why someone said something or didn't say something or didn't do something.
Yeah.
And I just and connecting that back like to a lot of the work I do, it's like about establishing like massive sovereignty so that you're not writing stories that don't exist.
Mhm.
um
Oh yeah.
and so I'm gonna do something about that later on, probably. We'll see when it lands. We'll see when I start to like pick up whichever medium.
Call that
So- sovereignty.
sovereignty.
That was a beautiful statement.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd also love to schedule a time where Dallin can interview you, Carol, and we can turn that interview into a podcast with some nice art, and then we can also, if we want to, do the video if it looks, the way we want it to or whatever, and then also we can turn it into written content to maybe formulate some ideas for the first couple chapters of a book, or a booklet, maybe like a short thing that, or PDF page that people can download for free on your website.
Yeah, I mean, let me show you my because a lot of my stuff, I mean, I know I've told you all this like a bunch of times already, but like I don't know why, but my medium is Instagram. So
Cool.
like this, like I write poetry and
Yeah.
parrot, And then all of the photos are I write essays here. So this was interesting because I wrote about the word laziness last week. And I think lazy is a cheap word. I have sneaky suspicions that if I trace this word back far enough, conception likely has roots in colonialism and or capitalism. And then it was interesting, like, can you write about this for Elephant Journal? Like people are just
Wow, cool.
um, it got pretty this was like 6 days ago. People are pretty receptive to it. And then I post the little clips from when I record the podcast. If we have spirituality with but I write all of this poetry. I write all of the essays.
You have all that stuff already. That's great. Okay, so I can just, what I can do is go through and just organize it into the Google Drive so we can repurpose it later for, like, if you wanted to put them into an organized form, like as a downloadable PDF, if you wanted, or a video that you put out that, like, you read off all of this stuff that you just wrote.
Yeah, totally. Like use whatever from here. Like I don't I don't know why it's like that. I've tried to like write stuff on a blog. I've tried to like do stuff on Facebook. Like I've tried to like
All
but
good. We all have our
and-
our preference. Yeah.
yeah.
Is
And then like
is the
what is it?
podcast just on it? The podcast is on Instagram only right now.
I used what James sent and I put the first one out on Anchor. I think I think you could find it on Spotify, but I just like I can't keep up with anything other than Instagram.
Okay. Well,
But
I think
also, what is it?
Oh, I was just gonna say we can. There's a few different ways we can go about just converting your Instagram page to different parts of your website. So we'll have like a podcast section that just automatically updates with the Instagram podcast posts, and so we can make it really Instagram friendly and like make Instagram the control center for everything.
That would be cool because I can't. I mean, I used to have an assistant who ran my website, and I just like I couldn't keep up with any of it. But also just like on the testimonials thing, like all of these, if you scroll down, these
Cool.
are all testimonials from people too, like people in Australia and Irvine and Florida, like you'll find the pattern. I always do like poetry, something, and then something, or
Yeah.
poetry and essay and then something. So you can find like my clients from London and everywhere. So, and all of the photographs are linked to essays about something.
I see.
So like I like the look of it, and I can keep up with it.
Yeah.
And each of the topics, like this one's about showing up fully and not in fragments and stopping fragmenting ourselves. And you can and so I've switched to these because I thought, okay, I'm gonna do this podcast thing, and I'm already feeling myself like resisting it. Like these videos, like this pattern, I was pulling excerpts from like the workshops that people asked me to come do.
Yeah.
So this was
again, most of our time in our head, but a lot of us spend most of our time thinking, and there's a lot of value in feeling, in just feeling, not thinking about my feelings, but in feeling. And like there's like a difference between I'm feeling and letting myself feel versus I am thinking about the feelings that I have and I'm trying to analyze them and understand them and blah, 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 blah. Like allowing ourselves some space to just feel whatever is coming up and to just hold the space for whatever it is and not need to assign stories, not need to explain it and not need to evaluate it. Sometimes we come out of that with much more clarity on like, what do I do now? I don't need to like make it all complicated, but like I felt this deep feeling And now what can I do about that feeling? And how can I like shift to like live more lovingly, and live more from the present, and live more completely and wholly, and break like
Cool.
WHOLLY.
For her website.
And
Right.
so this was like, Amy from Aligned Fit asked me to come speak. So I did breath work for her program, and I came and spoke there. So I was pulling these from Jesse Dillon's Glow Up asked me to come and speak about mindset. So I
Time's one of my favorite subjects because time's like we live in a place where we have to work with time. That like there's these 24 hours in the day that we're like moving toward goals, that we live in like this linear fashion. But in terms of time, like we have a lot more power over it than we think. I like something that I like to think about is like we all have the same 24 hours a day as Beyonce. Like we like the same exact 24 hours like we have. It's not like she lives in a reality with like way more time than us. Like we live in the same dimension. And so in thinking about time limited beliefs, something that has been a big shift for me is like to kind of operate from this place of consume less mindlessly and create more consciously. So like how many hours of my day am I mindlessly consuming information? Like I don't own a TV. I just don't own a TV. Because when I finally noticed like how much time I was like mindlessly wasting there, I was like, God, I don't need that in my life anymore. And like how much time do we mindlessly like scroll? Like our hours are the same hours as like these really successful people on the planet. So really looking at our time and how we spend time, and then figuring out which category of time I am using more. Am I consuming mindlessly, like what's being given, or am I creating consciously? I have like output, I'm like doing stuff, I'm like putting things out there, I'm putting myself out there, I'm putting my business out there, like, and maybe it's not always that. Maybe it's like creating time and space for my family, creating time and space for other people in my life too. And all of that is beneficial to like me living my best life. But if I'm just like how many hours of my day am I only consuming and not creating and adding to the energy of the world? So consuming less mindlessly. And like when I do consume, I'm really conscious about it. Like it's not like I never watched shows, but I go, okay, this is a show I want to watch for this reason. And it's a very conscious decision for me. And really looking at how much of my day I spend creating and how much of my day I spend consuming. Time's one of my favorite subjects
and so like it's these things like I spoke at this girl's venture up. I similar to Skylar, I can talk when I'm talking to people. And it's harder for me to like, when people invite me to speak at conferences or for webinars or for whatever, like I can show up and totally show up, but motivating myself to sit there and record
Oh,
on my own.
so that's why you're going about your podcast, is you're doing it like on your own time.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, yeah, like it would be kind of cool to just to set up like a once a month time where we go over, we actually just do an interview with Dallin, and that creates the content for weekly releases for the rest of the next month. So it's like you do like a 1.5 hour session or like 1 hour session, and then you use 20-minute segments that come out each week.
That would be cool. Because I could talk for a long time. I'm sure you two probably realize that about me now.
And we can create something together. You're great on Canva. We can create something like this on Canva that's specifically for what you're talking about, you know. And then when we go to the next question and we know it's going to be that next segment or whatever, even if you want a new art, you could switch out your art and do that next segment. But keeping it simple, just one really nice piece of art like you have here, just like blown up, you know. and then a nice background of whatever vibe you want. And we can do even an intro video too when we upload.
Uh, Real quick.
Send it. I just sent you the code, or sent it to James. Sorry, James, your cell phone has a verification code. Sorry to interrupt.
Thank you so much. No, you sent me you gave me the password. It's
Oh,
just the verification.
22 49 47.
22 49 47. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. I had to hunt that down.
Thank you for doing that, Sky.
Yeah, no worries. I needed to. So I got it.
Word.
So yeah, so that's like my biggest roadblock. Like,
Okay.
I'm like totally, I feel very like I can be in whatever scenario. It's like getting, I feel more purpose when like I'm speaking at somebody's workshop or somebody's event, or like, I don't know. It's harder for me to,
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's a specific energy. It
yeah.
is.
Like of the posts I do, like poetry is easy for me to put out there. Like the essays are easy for me to put out there because I know that it's reading and people will consume it at their own pace. But for some reason with video, I like need to be talking to somebody. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird.
No, for sure. It totally makes sense. And you know, you can find that energy like Courtney McKenna is kind of like busy doing her own things, but you know, getting together like once a month is not that big a deal. And when you block it up like that for like an hour or 2 hour thing, it's like it doesn't feel like a lot of work, you know. But now you have all this content that you can throughout the rest of the week, like how you just did on your Instagram, repost it, and then we can repurpose it and put it on the website and stuff.
Yeah, I think if you're okay with it, Carol, if we start a YouTube channel for you and just only use content that you already post on Instagram, but that way we can just start to regularly distribute your videos and your everything else on YouTube, and we'll just put the account information in your folder.
Yeah, totally. I'm okay with everything. I like that's the kind of stuff I need. Like I can create content no problem. I have trouble for some reason doing it other than in places other than my notebook and Instagram. Like
YouTube, it stays around and it doesn't go like scrolling away on a page.
oh, that's the other thing I wanted to ask. Like, do you know how I can make a listserv? People have been asking me that. Like,
What is it called?
like a listserv or like a subscription. Like, is there a way for people to give me their email addresses so that I can email out like?
Yes. Have you heard of MailChimp?
I have heard of it and I tried to use it once and I don't.
MailChimp, you don't like it?
I have such a weird, like, I don't know.
We can set you up with one, and then we'll make something like a landing page where people can just sign up for this thing. You know, there's also a way to do that on your website as well, right?
Yeah, they're actually already. Let me see if I set that up.
Okay.
For now, oh, not yet. Okay, I can set that up.
Cool.
Basically, on your website, I can make a section. It'll show up on the bottom where they can sign up to a new. It'll say subscribe to our newsletter or whatever you want it to say.
That would be cool. Can there be like a like on the bottom and on the top, like a page?
Yeah.
Like, cool.
Totally.
Yeah, we can even make it to where they, like, once they sign up, they automatically, like, maybe one day we can record a welcome video for the new signups.
Yeah, because I'd love to like just send out weekly or monthly like stuff that I have learned. Like almost like the essays that I do on Instagram, but distilled with like different things that I've encountered and learned. I think it could be cool.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Definitely.
Cool.
Something that might help you too, or might help both of us. I saw a magician who does a lot of like public speaking and stuff and like motivational speaking. He posted a video today on how to learn how to talk to the camera more sincerely. So maybe that would help both of us. He said it just took him a really long time, and and now you can see he's pretty darn good at it. So that's something we might want to look into too, just so we don't look at it as a challenge anymore. Instead, just embrace it. He said the one thing I saw was if you look at the camera lens as like the energy you feel in the universe when you're talking, then that seems to help.
Or
Wild.
yeah,
Good point.
or if you think that your great grandchildren will see, like they're watching it at this moment while you're recording it, like in a way. So
Oh yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That
That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty wild to think about.
Go, Skylar. You talk.
Yeah, no, so this week I spent mainly just thinking about what I want to do and what directions I want to go with my magic, but just thinking a little bit more on it tonight and what I want to kind of use as video content. Um, I've been putting off, I guess I wanted to kind of create some magic videos for my kid before they're born, but not so much like me performing magic, but me like introducing myself as a magician and their dad, and then slowly teaching them magic tricks basically, or just doing videos where, because I killed two birds with one stone, I actually get my material recorded, which I've been needing to do so I never forget it. I can always refer back to the stuff. And then I also get them to have like basically like a laid out plan on how to learn magic, because I can teach it in order of the way I kind of learned it, in a sense
That's awesome, man.
harder. I haven't done it. No, I haven't gotten down to it. Like I've written some notes on which one. Like I have a list of tricks that I want to film, but I haven't started filming it. And I guess it's only getting closer and closer to the date. So I might be able to kill two birds with one stone in the sense I film, do that project, but then pick the videos I like, share live. So that way I have the motivation to film a video every spare chance I get, as opposed to just thinking, oh, you know what, I'll do a couple this week and then I'll get to it when I get to it, and then like putting it off kind of a thing.
We
The way to
could,
hold myself accountable.
we could also take the same approach with what we were just saying with Carol, where we like just schedule a jam session where we go over material and just take whatever, like we make you a backdrop, like a really nice background, and you can use it on Zoom and stuff, or we can or you just do it wherever you want, and it'll film just your screen, but that way you have the energy of like someone there.
Oh, live people. Yeah.
Spend like an hour, or down to half an hour, however long it takes. Just like take time to like go and give you the energy you need for that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah. When I'm ready to, that would be really cool, because then it's like us catching up like we kind of do at the beginning of our talks anyways, and then I can like feel like I'm talking to a person, and then just bring that more sincere energy while I'm still learning how to do it. That would probably be a good way to get that better quality basically out of my videos now.
and magic, you need someone to be able to like
Interact.
Yeah, to be surprised and to be like, because just that way it worked. You know what I mean? Because your eyes don't see what their eyes are seeing and whatnot.
So if that is what I'll just try and get a hold of you in advance to make sure you're not busy, and be like, hey, Tuesday and Wednesday this week I'm gonna be free after 5 for an hour or two. Do you guys want?
Cool. Yeah, I'll put it on our calendar right away. I mean, I'm looking at it now. Let's see here. This next week, we have Wednesday completely open, and then Friday. Or no, we got a show. Thursday.
Put it in for Wednesday evening just for now, and then I'll check in with you. And if something comes up, you're getting paid for whatever, then go for it. But then I'll just check in on Wednesday and be like, oh, you guys still up for tonight?
Cool.
And then that'll give me some like motivation to put something cool together too.
Cool.
Dedicated.
for videos.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And we wanted to. We were watching this producer do sound design for a magic show, and he did it on a drum set. And we were like taking notes on different ways to like make sound design fun for us and for you. So that way, when you put out, we could put out production versions of things and be like ka-ching, and like it sounds.
Oh, sick. Okay, add the sound effect. And that's something else I want to put. I got some ideas.
Canva's cool too because you can add little like visual effects and stuff like that real simply.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna work on like a logo or something. I'm like I wanna.
Oh yeah, and then your logo, I I tried to get a hold of Ruben about that, and then Zuko's been not really on it either. So
This logo does look really nice on the site right now. So
so skykingmagic.soundgen.com for right now. Okay.
it's just transferring the name server out. I guess we could preview it still, yeah.
Okay, so here's I'm gonna send you your website currently, but it is not the correct link. The link is being updated right now.
Yep.
Like the domain.
And it's always gonna be something we keep improving upon and kind of but yeah,
absolutely.
It's got the
I'm
basics so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what? Camels? These are camels? Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, what is that? Well, we don't know what date is it. I'm not gonna Google. What we can do is say something else we're doing that's more important than your birthday. No, no. Yeah, I haven't done much with my website other than Carol uploading some good photos, of course, but I feel like I've needed to mess with it or to try and do something different just to have it.
Yeah. Maybe we can. Well, actually, for sure, we should make an email newsletter for you as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
To at least start collecting the emails, and then like the way I did it for the first year of building an email list a few years ago was just collecting them, and I didn't know what I was gonna send or anything. But yeah, collecting them is the most important part for now. So we'll come up with ideas on how to like serve them through email. But yeah,
I like that. Yeah, because the nice thing is I can do a social media blast like, hey, follow my new newsletter and learn like a magic trick every time you read or something.
Yeah.
Just, okay, cool.
Yeah, you get a ton of people for that.
Yeah.
And you own an email list and website as opposed to like Instagram or YouTube or anything. So it's
direct link to the.
And then we reframe all that stuff that you know your how to's and all those things into different like a whole DVD for your kid, like you're saying, like, you know, and make it easy enough and like engageable enough and fun and look like something like your kid would enjoy engaging with, because that's great, man. It's a great concept. It really is. Like, we're all just kids. People used to live to like 900 years old or some shit, so like we're all kids.
We're all just kids, and I have a feeling that when I have my baby and as our kid grows older, I'll start having more ideas with getting like parents to bond with their kids doing stuff
Wow.
like that, you know? Because like that's one thing that I just came up with a good idea because like you know how you go to like a cooking class or something like that? I mean, usually you're an adult and you go to a cooking class. I mean, magic's one of those things where a kid getting taught a magic trick and an adult at the same time can both
Yeah.
enjoy it and
Wow.
then create a moment of magic. So that would
Cool.
be kind of cool for like a bonding thing with your kids. Like go for a magic like outing and learn some magic tricks, and
There's,
so you get to show
there's
watch.
already there's already like things in our culture where like the grandpa goes like, "All right, hey kid, watch." Oh, and he pulls his thumb off. Like that's already an interaction that an old guy has with a little guy. You know.
Yeah, there's a magician I watched who like who mentions that in his show. In that one that I was telling you, I think the Derek Algali one maybe. Or no, it's somebody else, and he's like, "Yeah, like I'm sure your grandpa had the same problem. It wasn't him; it was somebody else, another magician. I'll think who it was." He goes, "I'm sure your grandpa had the same problem as mine, where his thumbs would just come off."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, and then it was so true. Like my dad was the one who did that trick on me. It was
That's
great.
true.
But I mean, everybody remembers some of the first magic they've seen. Like,
Oh, I'd also love to have you on my show. I'm gonna start doing Music Heals live stream at the end of each month, and it's the last Saturday of each month. So if you wanted to come
okay,
on as a guest and do a trick and introduce yourself, it would expand your audience. You know. So
okay.
yeah, I'll text you about that because that'd be fun, man.
What's it called?
Music Heals live stream. It's like a hashtag, you know. I use this thing called StreamYard, and it lets me send you a link, and you can, you don't have to sign up for anything. You just add your name, and then it like lets you jump on, you know. So you can use your phone or
Nice.
computer or whatever. But yeah, um, just an option, just as something to do if you wanted to do that, you know.
Mhm.
All right, well, it's in our calendar for Wednesday night. That's exciting. Just do you think 5 p.m. works?
I honestly, it'd probably be a little bit like 6 would be better, maybe. Like I
Okay.
said, after 5 is like I usually get home right at 5 or like a little bit before. So
Totally.
I mean, maybe just some time to get changed or get settled in. So like maybe like 5:30 or 6.
Okay. I'll put 6 o'clock. It sounds awesome.
6 cool. That's it.
Hey,
Hey,
Dallin, you back there? Are you free on Wednesday night? Okay. Cool, 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 too.
Cuckoo. I am me and you are me. What are you doing over there? Calendaring it?
Yeah.
She used to be such a big calendar person. She used to have a full size like notebook that you open up and had the calendar. And literally it was every day had something scribbled huge on it and multiple things. And I used to just like trip out on her calendar all the time. I'd be like, Carol, if somebody saw this fucking calendar, they'd realize how crazy you are. And it used to be like one of our main things to argue about. So I was like, even if I wanted to schedule something for us, I couldn't. And then I remember like then I needed to propose and I had to figure out somehow to fit in with her schedule and propose. And so
Oh,
I ended up killing it on that one. She thought she scheduled the whole day herself and I had everything planned. It was great.
That's awesome.
It was great. It was great.
way to go.
But since COVID, she doesn't have that calendar, and I feel like we're both like not staring at calendars as much anymore. So I like having like, yes, I got fucking one day this week. I got to do something. I have something to look forward to. I'm
Yeah.
like this already. That's like your call every week. But
What's your
um,
email? It's skykingmagic at Gmail.
yeah,
Cool.
And the email, so I had an old email account that I lost the password to, and then for some reason I could not get it signed in with the forgot password. So I gave up like years ago. And I just went to go get my GoDaddy password. It was hooked to that email account. And I was like, fuck. So I went to log in. And I was like, sent to this email. And I was like, I don't even know how to get in that email. So then I actually powered through that. And so anyway, long story short, that was a pain to get that GoDaddy account thing, but I'm glad I did because not at all.
Yeah. Luckily, that's a one-time thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I'm probably overdue to restart it unless it automatically.
It usually does it automatically.
Okay, so I did like the 5 year one, so it must.
Okay.
So I don't know. Okay, cool. So yeah, and then Carol's back by the way.
I was just gonna
Oh, I know. She was just sitting behind the camera. She's back. Do you want to talk about anything else?
Oh, I just saw you got a big request for June 7th.
Oh, Matthias Kirk. Yeah, did. Yeah, all right, I got it, James. That's the invite. Cool.
Cool.
I'm just
Yeah,
putting it
I
now.
think the same way that Dallin has the ability to pull out questions that can deepen like uh, understanding for the listener because he just like truly wants to understand. Like, I think he'd be a really good person to just book. So that's why I was asking him about that. So I invited him. I'll confirm it again and text you, but
Okay.
and I'll send you his number too, so that way you guys can chit chat and stuff. But he does really good at that. So doing like the content creation part, I think that would be smart. And then when it comes to like at the end of that, I'll get updated and I'll get to work on turning that content into something like reframing it and stuff on Canva and doing other things as well. But yeah, that would be awesome if you guys each did it like once a month. Like Carol, when do you think maybe sometime next week we could do that with you as well? Do a content creation jam session.
Yeah. Wanna
Yeah, your
um
schedule.
Let's see here.
just
You just got to put down your calendar. Grab it, where'd you put it?
Wednesday or Thursday after 4 p.m.
After 4 p.m. Well, you want to do? Do you want to do the 17th at 5, and we'll block out like an hour.
Yeah.
Is that? No. What day is St. Patrick's Day? Is that March 7th?
Oh, that is, yeah.
I thought. Are we? Is that Milo's birthday?
No, that's what I'm all stressed about.
Oh.
The 20th is Milo's birthday
Okay,
and
cool.
Maddie's birthday.
Okay.
And the times aren't.
Not on the 7th.
No, the 17th is St. Patrick's Day. The 20th is Milo and Maddie.
So maybe we can always decide next. Once we meet with Sky, I can say that is next Wednesday work with Carol and
Yeah, I'll talk to her.
When are you doing
This
it this
Wednesday.
This Wednesday? I feel like the 17th should be fine.
Okay, cool. I'll put it down. We can always reschedule. So.
But yeah.
5 p.m. maybe or.
5 p.m. is good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Yeah.
Wednesday. This is a good day. Wednesday's a good day.
Very cool. So then. It's we live in Eden at gmail.com, right, Carol?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, so I'll work on getting the YouTube channel the We Live in Eden YouTube channel up tonight, so we can,
Cool.
because then we can get the podcast on the website once we have videos of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Oh, changed my password?
No, I didn't need to. It might have glitched out and done that. No, I didn't click in your
Until you
email.
changed your password less than an hour ago.
Well, here, I glitched out. Here, try this. Try.
Why would you change my password?
I didn't know I was logged into your account, I guess. Here, that's your new password. Change it back.
I'm changing
Sorry.
my password back.
I didn't realize I was on my phone and thought I was in. That's why it didn't work the first time.
I don't even know how to change my password. How change it back?
Oh, so you gotta log out and then log in. So log out of it.
Wait, no. Manage your Google account.
Here. Personal info. Oh boy. All you have to do is log out of just that account.
I don't understand how logging out of it is.
And then when you go to sign in,
again.
you say
No,
you
there.
forgot your password. Didn't you?
Mhm.
Password.
Hey, but we know my password.
I know, and then it's gonna send that, and then you have to try another way. Oh, and then dang it, I don't. How did I do that?
Okay, y'all. Skylar changed my passwords on things.
Yeah.
Okay, Skylar, why don't you? I'll figure it out while you.
Look it up. Yeah, I don't know how I did that. It's an accident. Sorry. Confirm it's you recovering your account. Yeah. There you go. Gotcha. New password coming. Great.
Now I have to change it to a password I haven't used before, but that's my password.
Oh, sorry. I didn't write it down for you.
Okay.
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 All right. Did you send? So you're transferring the GoDaddy so you can get access. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
yeah, just to basically so the domain will be hosted on a different on the website builder that we use.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Cool.
And that's
It's
good.
like in process now, so
Okay. Yeah.
I've-
Okay.
Did you look at it?
It's in progress. It's loading. Loading. I'm excited to see what you come up with a little bit. I wish I can go out and get new photos. That's something that I always liked doing, was having Carol out with me when I was doing magic so we can get some cool shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you want to be putting some sort of like quotes on social media from like Houdini or any, you know?
Yeah, maybe actually. I haven't done anything with Houdini in a long time on Magic Realm, so maybe that is a good idea. Let me write that down too.
Yeah, on like StreamYard or something.
Oh, I just mean on the website, like
Oh.
like like a scrolling kind of
Oh yeah.
like how what does it? Maybe Canva does it.
Yeah, Canva does that kind of thing. That's what I was just about to make. So my brain is... do you like the one that says my brain is the key that sets me free?
My brain is the key. Where did you see that at? Who created that?
That's a Houdini quote, I think. Or...
Really? Huh. Interesting. My brain is the key that sets me free. Interesting.
Take time to.
Because he's always tied up,
Oh,
escaping.
I understand what just happened because Skylar thought you were talking about our dog. You were talking about Harry Houdini.
Yeah. Oh.
Do you have any quotes from your dog that we could use by chance?
Yeah. Growl, growl, rough, rough, whine, whine.
Wise dog once said.
I don't know why he always does it too.
Because Houdini has done some cool stuff.
No, I got pretty sketch out there this evening because, like, I think we started the call, right? I think we were on the call.
Wait, let me show them this.
Oh, go ahead.
Look at this.
Oh, I remember that video.
Wow. He almost did my That's awesome, man. Jeez. Your dog does magic.
An old video. You looked at it. Yeah, he's good. But yeah, he knows some stuff, and he still knows it. He hasn't forgotten it. It's so funny, like you know how you put like a tree on a dog's nose and they like stay there, and then you okay, and they like try and go for it. Well, you just realize now that like all he contains his excitement and just calmly puts his head down so it falls off and you can get it as fast as you can. And so now I'm like, all right, stay. And as soon as I take my hand away, it's like just doing this. And so I just like stop it on his forehead, and he's like, oh. I made him like actually stay tonight. But most of the time he's just like, okay, as soon as you take your hand away, I'm dropping it because then I can get it. I'm like, dude.
That's awesome. He finally got it, huh?
All the other dogs get so excited and then they go, and it just like shoots up in the air somewhere, like flies up. Some dogs can do like the flip around catch.
That's so cool that you got him trained like that, man. Wow.
How old is he?
Yeah. He's like six now,
He's
6.5.
about to be 7.
Actually, he's about to be 7 in a couple months. Yeah, that's right. But I got him when he was like 8 weeks old, so I trained him. Like the first 3 years of his life, I spent a lot of time working with him. And thank God I did, because then I just got busier and busier. So then it got harder and harder.
He's a great dog. He's the best dog.
But luckily,
so
I put the time in.
That's awesome.
But
he's so happy.
He crashes out at like 7.
Oh.
He's in bed right now.
Come on, puppy.
He goes to bed early.
He does kind of.
Do you guys want to see a rubber band trick? I don't know if you can see this rubber band. All right, ready? It's really tiny. I broke it. That's why I'm showing it to you. But that doesn't mean I can't use it. So what I'll do is if you tie it like this, tie it like this. You see that? What you can do is you can actually take the ends off the rubber band, and then whenever you want, you can actually tie them like this, and then they actually go right back on. It's kind of cool. So here, I'll try it one more time. Let me get it tie. So instead of holding on to the ends, you can just make the ends disappear altogether, so it goes right back into a restored rubber band. But I like it better when it's broken. So the last one, let me see, if you take the ends and you do this the proper way, what you can do is you can heat them up so they restore, and then you can have a rubber band that doesn't even have anything, can't even tell where they were attached. So just like that, you can actually get them and kind of stretch it.
Wow.
Ta-da.
What? It was like big and then small again.
Where's
Back to normal.
What the heck?
That's how you restore a rubber band.
Yeah.
Some more to come on Wednesday, guys, but that's just what I got for you now.
That's awesome.
Gives me something to be excited about. Usually I'm like, all right, I want to film something this week, and then I get home and I'm running off my own excitement. Like, what do I want to put together? I've seen all my stuff. You know? Now I can be like, what have you guys not seen?
I really like the idea of the interview kind of thing, because then you get to be able to like tell stories about life and stuff, and then that could turn into content, and it might not even be about the magic, but it's just the magic of life, or like, you know, the like, you know, balancing your time to be able to learn new magic and stuff like that. Like, there could be so many different angles that we go about interviewing you, you know. So that's really exciting, and the fact that you care about family and the way that you're like, you're taking responsibility before your kid is even here to like teach him right now, you know, or teach her. Like, that's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna love magic whether they like it or not. They'll love it whether they like it or not. I'm kidding. All right, guys. Thank you guys for being so awesome. Honestly, I'm so stoked because I mean, people, I've just seen everything that people are doing online, and I'm like, man, I wish I had knew or had somebody that knows kind of what to do when it comes to like looking at websites or just like getting involved with or getting yourself out there more, you know? And I really think it's a blessing that hooked up on this.
Yeah, and it's an honor to be a part of you guys. Like,
it really is,
your life. Like, we're all about the healing of family structures in the world. So like, being able to broadcast what you guys are doing to the world throughout the beginnings of your family, like, that's such an honor. Seriously. So,
Cool.
Carol, this is what I'm working on over here. It's like this kind of thing, like not this part, but where you can like it'll play and stuff, and it'll have the audio, I think.
Appreciative for the beautiful space that she held.
So you can have like a little commercial kind of thing, you know.
Oh.
So I'll work on that and send it to you. And I think I can just add you to Canva. Do you use We Live in Eden at Gmail for your Canva account?
I don't know, but I think all my stuff is linked. So yeah, send it forever.
No worries. Yeah. Right on. You guys have an awesome night, and I look forward to Wednesday and look forward to capturing all this content. Text us if you have any like questions or about anything, and we can, you know, work on it from home and stuff. So.
We want to aim for next Saturday again.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
better than.
Yeah, are you guys down to do another Saturday evening next week?
I am.
Okay. Let's do that better than Friday just because we'll have more energy.
I know, because we're
always
like
falling asleep
exhausted on Fridays.
Yep. But Saturdays, I feel good.
Yesterday, I was like, it was so dry over here, and our heater's blasting out like this air. So I was just like getting dry skin and just having issues. And Anthony was having some like dry eyes and stuff. And I was like, we need to go to a freaking sauna. So we found a steam room and this whole place, and it was only like $15. Anthony was bringing it up earlier. This spa that's like on the top of the hill right around the corner, and it's like totally a hidden gem.
Nice. I was like, I'm all about take care of yourself first.
We want to go to spa.
But yeah, I want to go to a spa so bad.
It's wonderful if you can just chill in that robe, get detached from that cell phone, you know, and just like go in and out of the steam room and just like drink a ton of water, and I don't know, just it's really nice to get away. Like, it's the best form of meditation in my opinion. I love it.
Spas are my favorite.
Yeah, we actually brought like a for Valentine's Day. Is that right? What you got me? Present?
Oh yeah.
For Valentine's Day, she got me a towel warmer. So it's this fucking pod that fits 2 towels, and you plug it in before you take a shower, and it heats them up. So then when you get out, you just open it up with like a lid, and it just has like 2 steaming hot towels. They're not steaming hot. They're just hot. They're just really
hot, but it feels so good after a shower.
Oh my god.
Or a bath. Like,
talk about awesome. I'm not gonna lie. In winter, because it's freaking cold in our house.
I'm like a spa junkie who hasn't been to a spa since COVID.
Like, I'm bringing it home.
Like I love Glen Ivy up here, the hot springs, and then like my girlfriends and I go to Korean spa, which she's never gone to because you have to be naked in there. Like, and everybody's naked, so it's fine. I have no body shame, and like but there's like these like really hot pools and really cold ones, and then like salt rooms where the room is like full of salt
I
and
want to
like
find one of
ice
those.
cream. It's the jam, and all of them have been closed because of COVID.
They need to open those back up. That's messed up.
Yeah.
Lifestyle, like quality of life thing.
Yeah.
But so that's why like my gifts to him this year have been like spa related.
She also got like a foot massager.
I got him a foot massager too.
You like put on it, like warms up, and like has 2 spots to put your feet on, and just like rolls in underneath.
Whoa.
But like, I felt so spoiled the other morning because if I can get up early, like I gotta leave at like 5:45 in the morning. So if I gotta get up at like 5 to really have like some time, but I'll like sometimes not get up till 5:30 and just get ready and go. But I spent the other morning, I was like, I'm gonna take a shower, wake up early. I made coffee before I got in the shower. I was drinking coffee. I used the towel warmer, and then when I got out, I had like 5 minutes to go and kick my feet up and massage them while I was like drinking my coffee in my robe. And I was like, I don't want to go to fucking work.
Yeah.
I don't do it anymore because it's too luxurious.
Yeah,
it's too
warm towel.
The retirement setup. It's
Yeah.
retirement package.
my spa gifts to him are really gifts for the house. So I'm like using that towel warmer and the massager too.
Oh shoot! So definitely, if you need the link, we'll send it to you.
That's good.
Please.
The the NFTs, man. Y'all might want to check that out because especially for Magic, it's any form of art or video or like anything at all.
Any digital file can be.
Yeah, you can mint it. They call it like mint condition. You know, it's like collectibles for these. So like if you made your video like one of your magic tricks, like a video on there, people could buy it and like use your video on their website or something like that, you know. But like it's basically the same as like an art gallery owner who like buys pieces to display to the public kind of thing. And there's
interesting. You do it with videos instead.
Yeah.
It's very new, but it's also very important, and it could change everything. So it's just good to at least be learning about it and
versed in communicating.
Yeah. That is cool. Awesome. Well, yeah, guys. Thank you so much, and we will see you. I'll see you on Wednesday, and then definitely next Saturday.
Word. Love you,
If
Scott.
it comes up, I will let you know.
Love y'all.
We're good.
Peace.
Love you guys.
Respect.
Bye.
Peace out.